Hello everybody, it's Scripps. Today is going to be a chill study with me. It is Thanksgiving, and I just was filming this because I'm not celebrating today, so I want to talk about how I make studying fun for myself, and I'm going to list off the ways that I do. The first one is I make my own references. So as you can see in the little video I have in the corner, which will also be available on my Ko-fi, I made my own reference video where I recorded certain objects in my house, and then I set them up with a little timer in the corner, which I made myself, and it was a lot to do, low-key. But it's pretty fun when you make your own references because you get to analyze what you want from them or pick what you want from them. And sometimes when you are looking out into the world for a reference, not everything is out there. So while the process may feel a bit tedious, it's also very fun because I ended up getting to create this little thing for myself. I realized there's a much simpler way I could do it, and I will see if that works next time, but it was pretty fun to do in this scenario. The other thing that I do that makes studying fun is I change what I'm focusing on every time. From first study, I will maybe want to capture it exactly as it is. The second time, I maybe will focus more on negative space and the shapes that builds. The next time, I might be more focused on creating with a loose hand, much more of a loose hand and a loose hold. And each time I just experiment and I change my materials up a little bit, as you can see I do in this video. And the most important thing I think that makes studying fun for me is drawing something that I actually want to draw. If I want to learn how to draw horses, I'm going to look at horses and find the references online, and I'm not going to force myself to draw it, or I'm not going to force myself to draw something else. If I'm in the mood to draw something and I don't know how to draw it, then I will do studies. And that's just the way that I ensure that I'm not going to be unprepared if I ever want to draw the object in full, I don't really consider myself someone who has ever really hated studying, but I remember thinking still lifes were so boring back when I took my 9th grade art course, or no, that wasn't 9th grade, that was 11th grade or 10th, but I remember I thought still lifes were so boring, and now I have so much fun in them. I think most of the sketchbook that I'm working in contains a lot of still life studies, and one of the ways that I made it fun was just because I made a lot of the references, and I just began to have this deep curiosity to draw these other objects that I really didn't have any interest in before. One thing I find that a lot of artists say is that still lives and these studies of values and all these other things are really boring, but I feel you really just have to put your own twist on it to find some enjoyment in it. And not only that, it's boring because it's required of you, and so you don't want it to feel like school when you're studying. You want it to feel like something fun. So a lot of what I try to do is make it something fun. I really want to be able to get to that place with backgrounds. Oh, another reason why studying might feel more tedious is that you're conquering a lot of things, new things at once, which makes it a more of an overwhelming experience. So what I've been able to do is from studying small things and everything, studying boxes and shapes and everything in a smaller way, then I'm able to tackle something like this. I would say start off simple, because jumping in to something extremely complex might overwhelm you. And I get overwhelmed pretty easily with art and with failing anything. I quit my crochet project because it just wasn't going the way I wanted to, and I got extremely frustrated, and I was supposed to do art and everything, and I wasn't able to because I was annoyed. So a lot of the skills that I implemented in my study session was mainly identifying shapes and looking at negative spaces. I didn't focus a lot on perspective, even though that's one of the things I tried to add into the later studies. Each time I did a study, I kind of made it a bit more complex. So I started off with something simple and then added on top of it and added on top of it. So with the cheesecake reference that I set up, I decided to keep the cheesecake inside so I could try to do something a bit more complicated, but in none of my references did I ever get to draw the cheesecake. So it might be fun to go back and try again. That's another thing that makes it fun. Like, if you spend some time studying and improving your art and then you come back to it at a later date, you might be able to see like a drastic improvement to your skills, and that's always something that's really heartwarming. These ones, there's some references that I had cut off and I didn't like that, and also I was kind of in a weird place where the reference video was close to me but like somehow not close enough, and maybe it's because of I need glasses, and also because I really want clarity on the references that I'm using, and I tried to be as clear as possible. I filmed the videos in like 4K or something because I wanted to make sure I was getting the best quality and I wouldn't have any struggles with that, but I still ended up struggling, which is unfortunate. I really just wanted, like most of all, I really just wanted to draw things inside of the shopping bag. So I tried to put a bunch of objects I had, like toilet paper and books and my sketchbooks and everything that I've been scanning and putting up on my Ko-fi as well. They're also all free. Then the sun set, or like the light changed apparently. So this is a bit of a different lighting situation, sorry. But I used a hot pink marker, and I want to get back into getting Fudo no Senke markers. I have one, but I think it like dried out. You see me using it earlier in the video and it's like gray, but I think it's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be gray, but a little bit darker. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope my tips help you. Have a great rest of your week. Happy Indigenous Day again, and if you don't celebrate, then just a regular old happy day to you. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!